Guys, you're supposed to remind me when it's been 3 months since I've done one of these Warped reports. Got to keep me in check, guys. It's Chris the Groove Seeker here, back with a Warped report, which is essentially a recap of what I've been buying over the past several months. All been listened to, some a lot, some very little. Where have I been? Of course, we have Surface Noise every Thursday. Final Community Social Club every Monday, so I've been busy with those streams, which I thank you guys if you watch them. I went from March Madness right into NBA playoffs. The Knicks are on a heater right now. I'm probably going to win the championship, so I've been locked in on hoop. And I've been getting to my turntable so much. I don't know what's gotten into me, but really, really enjoying listening to music on a different level now. Kind of feels like when I was a kid again, kind of rediscovering and being excited to get something on and spend time with my records. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I've bought over the past several months, and it's a lot. We'll see if we can get through it all. If I get tired, we'll make a second video. But you know I'm a sucker for a box set. Andrew Bird, The Mysterious Production of Eggs, the 20th Anniversary Edition. I thought this was a web exclusive for Andrew Bird, but Joel at Static ATX said he was going to be able to carry it, so I ordered this. The studio record, live stuff, alternative takes, alternative versions of songs. Really cool box. If you're a big Andrew Bird fan, time well spent with this. At least stream it and give it a shot. Second thing I wasn't going to get because I didn't have a mono cartridge when it came out, but I recently got a mono cartridge. So I did get the Coltrane Rhino Hi-Fi mono box. I've been very critical of Rhino Hi-Fi. This box was done with great care, it seems. No pressing issues. Sounds amazing. I have stereo pressings of all of these. I don't know if I'm going to move off them, but I can tell you titles like Plays the Blues and Coltrane Sound really stand out in the mono. Really, they all do, but those seem to be upgrades over the stereo. But I've really enjoyed this. This was a great purchase, and I spent a lot of time going into the mono versions of these records. Next is a reissue that I was seeking, kind of fell off my radar, but this is Monk's Black Monk Time. Obviously, originals of this are very expensive. I don't know, it says that it's remastered from the original tapes. I didn't go too deep into the source or whatnot. It's just great to have this record, all-time classic. It's a fun listen. And this reissue came out, I think, like 2 years ago. So it's been in the market for a while. It's pretty easy to get. Next is Kenny Dorham, The Complete, Roundabout Midnight at the Cafe Bohemia. This just came out on Blue Note, I guess about a month ago. This is great. It's archival release and has the original album and then all the bonus live stuff that they recorded. I love having these 3-disc sets or any like complete live compilation of original albums is always fun for me, especially on the jazz tip. So very glad to have that. For some quote-unquote new music, Johnny Blue Skies and the Dark Clouds. This is the indie vinyl version, which I think was hard to get at first, but then people started being able to order it again. This is just like a kind of like a late 70s rock disco record, a lot of political and sexual undertone. It's a really fun album. I didn't even notice it was parental advisory. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to it, but if you like Sturgill Simpson, it's a fun listen. Not the greatest sounding record, honestly. So if you have that expectation walking in, like, temper it, but just a fun record musically, and I've been enjoying that. This next one of my all-time favorite bands. I just love them. Greatest bar band ever, Black Crowes, Pound of Feathers. This is their new record. There's nothing stellar or outstanding about this. It's just a good, straightforward rock record in the Black Crowes fashion. I'm glad they're back and kind of doing their thing. Glad they mostly reunited, and Chris and Rich are on good terms. The tours, the video from the tours look awesome that fans are sharing. So this is just a good straight up rock record. Nothing else really stands out about it. I did get the Beck Everybody's Gotta Learn Sometimes EP. It's funny, I had a compilation, like a playlist I made on Tidal years ago, which kind of had a lot of these tracks. They were kind of one-off, so it's cool to have this on vinyl. Actually sounds really amazing. I thought the quality on this was pretty awesome. And Everybody's Gotta Learn Sometime, that cover is one of the best covers ever. the song, not the album artwork. Faces, Start Your Year Off Right. This is cut from the tapes, I think by Bellman or Bernie. I'm not sure. I don't listen to a lot of classic rock anymore, but I love the Faces. And when I'm in the mood for them, I play them loud and I play them frequently. I guess it kind of ties into the Black Crowes. The Black Crowes kind of the junior version of this band. So this is a classic. I think I had a music on vinyl of this. I never had an original. So I'm glad to have a clean copy of this. Bluesville series, one of my favorite reissue campaigns. This is Lightning Hopkins, Blues in My Bottle. All of the Lightning stuff recorded extremely well on Prestige and just haunting recordings. I love having these. Lightning Hopkins is probably my favorite blues artist. I'm not a big blues aficionado or anything, but I always tend to go back to his style and his approach. So this is a great recording, and I think this series is sorely underrated. I don't think enough people are paying attention to it, maybe because it's a taste thing and the genre it falls under, but these are all, to me, pretty essential when I see them. Next is a recommendation from Adam from The Freight, who gives me a lot of recommendations, and I usually jump on them. This is Ramon Morris, Sweet Sister Funk. This is a pretty rare record that was kind of like a hip-hop sample nugget, so to say. This was originally on Groove Merchant. It's just a fun, funky record. It's pretty amazing music. I don't know many of the musicians on here, to be honest with you, but I knew it from Premiere, and I think Alchemist sampled on this guy, so I'd seen that in like Sample Me or Who Sampled sites and stuff like that. So I was aware of the record. I didn't know that it was going to be this good, though. So big shout out to Adam for that recommendation. Also another rec from Adam and Jason Rojas and so many other people. Just a good pop record, this Olivia Dean. I had a gift card to Barnes & Noble. Doesn't exactly have a lot of the vinyl I'm looking for, but this was so critically acclaimed, I figured I'd give it a shot. So this is stuff I'll play when the family's home and everybody's kind of chilling out. It's a good record. What else can I say? Kurt Vile, Luke Roberts, EP that came out. I think this came out over the summer. Possibly. I don't really remember. I'm a pseudo Kurt Vile completist. He's one of my favorite like contemporary artists. I know he's been around for a long time. But the first side basically has Classic Love. The Luke Roberts version. The B-side has Kurt Vile's version. They do a song, Hit of the High Life, together. So it's just a cool EP that I didn't have, so I tried to jump on it. I got his new album. I didn't listen to it yet. That'll probably be in the next report. So, yeah, Kurt Vile, Luke Roberts. These Verve Vault series has been really cool, and they're really inexpensive and typically less expensive than originals. So I got this 4 for Train, this Archie Shepp. I like Archie Shepp. I mean, I love Archie Shepp when I like him, and some of his stuff is just not for me. But a lot of his Impulse stuff I'm down with. I think this was recorded in the mid-'60s, and they kind of do this 4 for so-and-so. Not a series, but it's kind of a theme in the Impulse catalog. So I'm a big fan of this record, and I think Coltrane produced it as well. This is an awesome one on Impulse as well. Same series, mid-'70s, Pharoah Sanders. Spiritual jazz. I know everybody, spiritual, free, avant-garde, I don't know. It's just spiritual to me. I mean, look at the cover. It gives me that impression. This came out in the mid-'70s originally. This is also part of that Verve Vault series cut by Ryan K. Smith. These records are super cheap and great quality pressing, and compared to originals, typically they're less expensive. So I spent some time with this record one week, and I really enjoyed it. I think I recommended it to Nathaniel Mars, too. Speaking of Nathaniel Mars and so many other people in the VC, yes, I got the Ween reissues, Quebec, of course. And my personal favorite out of the two is White Pepper. I think that's a controversial or unpopular opinion, but this was the one for me out of the two. I saw they're doing the country record. I want to get it, but I don't know if I need like a 3 LP deluxe version of it. We'll see what happens. Was at a record show in New York, met up with Arnaldo there, and a dealer had this Lee Scratch Perry box set, appropriately priced. When you look at the box condition, I had to tape it up. It was all screwed up, but the record's pretty much flawless. It's on Trojan UK, that classic orange and white label. This is just a compilation that has the Heptones, Carlton Jackson, the Diamonds, Eric Donaldson. This is just a cool find. Like certain genres like reggae, when I see something in good shape, even if I don't fully know it, I take a chance on it. So I was very glad to get this. It's going to be a long one. We'll see what happens. I'm a Joe Henderson freak. I was going to get this regardless, but they did Tetragon on the Jazz Dispensary, and a lot of people have talked about it. Not going to spend too much time on it, but this is amazing. Staying with the Bluesville series, this is John Lee Hooker's My Story. What's interesting about this is Sam Jones and Louis Hayes are the rhythm section, and essentially I think it's Cannonball Adderley's rhythm section from the early 60s. So it's pretty cool, the kind of the jazz crossover. I guess there's a relationship with Riverside there, so that might be why it happens, but I can't say enough about these series. A lot of these albums I never really knew. I knew some songs, but to have all of this together and kind of revisit it and learn about it, it's been a lot of fun. The OJC of the Young Lions. So you got Lee Morgan, Wayne Shorter, Bobby Timmons. Essentially kind of like most of the early, I don't want to say early, but most of a classic Messengers lineup on this. It's not my favorite jazz record. I was interested to get it based upon the lineup. I don't think I'd ever really listened to it before this, or if I have, I didn't know it. It's okay. It's nothing stellar, but I enjoy it, and it's nice to have it in the collection. RSD, a lot of RSD in this pile. I slept on this, which was foolish. This Charles Tolliver on Strata East. This is his debut album. This has Gary Bartz, Herbie, Ron Carter, Joan Chambers on drums. This is freaking awesome. I don't know why I didn't jump on it when it first came out, but I was able to get a copy at retail after record store day, so I'm enjoying this. I am on a mission with an X label, and there's kind of like been this stealth reissue campaign, I feel like. They're not coming out like in high volumes, but enough to catch my attention. And I guess the label themselves are doing it. But this is Dexter Gordon's Stable Mabel on Steeplechase. So, yeah, I'm looking for Steeplechase originals, but I'll just buy the reissues too. This is really cool. It's got a really sped up version of Miles' So What on side B. It's got a gut-wrenching version of In a Sentimental Mood by Ellington. Horace Parlin's on piano here. Just a really cool lineup. This is a really great record, and don't sleep on the Dexter Gordon stuff from the 70s on Steeplechase. It's very good. Very, very good, and this might be his best. Okay. I don't know why I never had this, but Katanga. This is a Tone Poet that came out a few years ago. Curtis Amy, Dupree Bolton, Jack Wilson. Just a cool record. It's on Pacific Jazz. I just don't know how I didn't get it. Maybe I just missed on it. So Blue Note had a pretty big sale. I got a lot of classic stuff. I waited and bought it all at once. So I picked this up. This is a fun record. I got this dirt cheap, and I might have showed this in my last video. The Juju Magic of Archie Shepp. This is one of those Third Man Vault Verve issues. It's a freaking wild record. I mean, just based upon the cover, I wanted to get it, but this was like less than $15, I think, at Newberry. Like a no-brainer. Gave it a shot. Okay. At that same record show I was at with Arnaldo, I got a good deal on this, actually. I thought the seller had it priced pretty high, but I got this first press of the Neville Brothers' Yellow Moon. I mean, if you know, you know. It's a great record. A couple Dylan covers on here. Some of Lenoir's as this fake hype sticker by the dealer he put on there states. Yeah, this is a cool, funky record. Good Dylan covers on here with God on Our Side. Of course, Yellow Moon's the big hit. So I think this is kind of an essential record, depending on what path of music you take. I mean, I think most people should have this or try this album. It's really great. At that same show, I got a copy of the Stranglers' Feline. I love the Stranglers. To me, they're right up there with the T-Heads. As far as like great kind of synth new wave, neo-punk, I don't know how to describe them, but I love them, and I've been picking up a lot of their stuff, which I don't know why I never pursued a lot of it on vinyl. I used to just stream them quite a bit, But yeah, so this is the Strangler's Feeling. This has the embossed cover for you collectors out there. I don't know if that's important or not, but that's what it has. That's some fun VCLT from the Wolfman. Nate Mars. I don't even know what this is, but I listened to it and it was fucking cool. This is the... I don't even know what it's called. It's kind of the Montage Project 1. It's like a really clean, like late 70s R&B funk record. I feel like it's something that was probably sampled quite a bit. And if you look at the players on the back, it's interesting. You know, 6 Midwestern white dudes and a lead vocalist. I don't know. It was cool to listen to. It sounds actually pretty great. I guess things were just recorded really well, even though it's like an unknown album. And I liked it. And along that vein, Nate Mars also sent me a copy of this Brecker Brothers record, which I've seen around so much I never picked up on it. But this was a cool listen. Also sounds great. Really funky. Obviously, Breckers are on here. Sanborn's on here. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that's really a standout. But yeah, this was cool. So thanks, Wolfman, for that VCLT. Also picked this up at that New York show. So this is Sunny Stitt, a little bit of Stitt, Roost, early Sunny record from the same dealer I got the Scratch Perry from. So he has cool stuff. This guy that I see once in a while. So this is a fun pickup. And then also, I thought I showed this, but I think I showed a different one. This is like awesome live album. Jack DJ and Net. New Directions in Europe. This is a promo copy. I'm just finding a ton of ECM stuff. I guess people are moving off it or they just don't care. They're undervaluing it. This is late 70s, early 80s. John Abercrombie on guitar, Lester Bowie on trumpet, Eddie Gomez on bass. This is a really cool record. It kind of, I don't know, I just feel like it's got this quintessential like late 70s, early 80s like New York sound to it, even though it's maybe not the intention, but I enjoyed it. I actually sent it to my friend who's a bass player. I was like, you got to jump on it. And he responded to me. He's like, you were right. It's a great record. So that made me feel good. More of this like sales stuff. Roy Brooks, The Beat. This is okay. I got this also at Newberry on sale. So I scooped that. This was a hell of a fun listen, and I think I wasn't ready for this record years ago when I heard it, but this is Albert Eiler, Love Cry. This is also on that Third Man reissue series. I got this from Newberry. Just a cool record. I'm going to reach out to, I think, Dave from Local Bandography. I think he's into Albert. I'm going to ask him where I should be going, because I never really investigated him, but I know he's going to be something that I'd probably enjoy. Also got this at a record fair. It's the second record fair in New York I went to. This is Sly Dunbar. This has a bunch of cool covers on it. Slip It Into Darkness. If you want it, Inner City Blues. This is produced by Sly and Robbie. It's a little bit of like a poppier record, but it's pretty cool. It was in really good shape and it's very inexpensive. So, like I said, I take a chance on reggae when I see it. At that same show, I got, I haven't had this record. This was also very inexpensive. I might have paid like $5 for this. It's like near mint. Leonard Cohen, Various Positions. Hallelujah's on here. That's like the hit, but there's so many great other songs in here. It's like Coming Back to You, The Night Comes On, The Captain. So all Leonard Cohen's essential to me. It's one of those artists I like to take a journey with, even though some of his stuff isn't that popular to fans. The Tourists. So this is Annie Lennox and Al Stewart's first band. Damn, they had a hit, which I think was a cover, but I bought this on a whim because I had heard of the band. Oh, this is a greatest hits too. Oh, so I guess I Only Want to Be With You is the hit. But I mean, that's a great song, but there's so much other cool stuff on here. This is a cool band. I don't know what the story is with them and then the Eurythmics. I don't know how it transpired, but this was like, I bought this and another record of theirs and I enjoyed them. So yeah, the Tourists. This is a cool find. This is a original New Order here. I've been looking for this. I love this record. It was in really beautiful shape, awesome inner and everything. It's a U.S. press, not a UK press, so I scooped that. Of course, I know this record inside and out, but I found an original. At that same show, I got 3 more things from that show, which was awesome. So this is Freddie Hubbard on CTI, Skydive. This is got Ron Carter, Billy Cobham, George Benson, Keith Jarrett, Ray Barretto, Hubert Laws. This is a really cool, funky record. I don't see a lot of CTI at these record shows near me. I got to go more towards the city, or this one store up state for me that has a lot. So this is pretty cool to find. This was a great pull at that show as well. So I got a promo copy of Ann Peebles, Straight from the Heart. So you can see the promo sticker and the label. It's got that High Records white label. I don't think it was ever played. Like, it was pretty minty. Then I heard the story about the collection this person bought. It sounded pretty cool, so I scooped that. And they cut me a good deal on it, even though I only bought 1 record from them. I found this OJC. This was sealed for $20. Portrait in Jazz, Bill Evans Trio. I don't like to buy sealed records, but I thought that was a pretty good deal, so I scooped it. What more can I say about Bill Evans that everybody in the VC hasn't already said about him? All right, almost done with box 1. Went on a pretty big dig with Adam the Freight in upstate New York. He was in like a family trip, and we hit Dark Side Records and Hudson Valley Vinyl. So most of this is from Hudson Valley Vinyl. On Flying Dutchman, Bernard Purdy, Sola is pretty purdy. Flying Dutchman, like Steeplechase, like another label I kind of jump on when I see this stuff out in the wild. This was still in the shrink. I'm going to take the shrink off. The record's in really good shape. It's a little bit of a cutout here, but this is a really cool Bernard Purdy comp, I guess, or I don't even know if it's a comp. I guess it's a formal album. Got this as like a Sheffield Labs recording, which is cool and fun to try. This is Thelma Houston Pressure Cooker. It's okay. It sounds really great. There's some really cool tracks on it. It's not like this cohesive masterpiece of an album, but I definitely enjoyed having it in my collection. So shout out to Adam, who's like, hey, you should really dig on this. So I scooped that. Original press here of Squeeze. Pulling Muscles for Michelle on here. This is a US, I think. No, this is actually this is a US. It's on A&M. This was like, I don't think it was very expensive, but I think I was shocked of how inexpensive I got it for. And it's like, again, like flawless, like clean as a whistle and plays amazing. So, the next couple are really important pickups for me. At Hudson Valley Vinyl is a Sonny Chirac guitar. It's got Blind Willie on here, Princess and the Magician. There's so many great tracks on this. I mean, Sonny Chirac, if you don't know him, you should investigate him. I actually found out he actually grew up, lived, and died like 20 minutes from where I live. I had never known that. It's funny, too, because Dom talks about Sonny Chirac at all. And Dom and I don't overlap on a lot of stuff, but that's when I was like, oh, I know Sonny. And I think he's into different periods of Sonny. I'm kind of all over the place with him, but this is a really cool record. Again, Hudson Valley Vinyl just has so much heat. Back to Steeplechase. This is an original Divine Revelation by Andrew Hill Quartet. I really enjoyed this listen. Cool record. I don't really see it a lot or see it often. But I was able to get that Hudson Valley Vinyl as well. First U.S. press. This thing was, I don't want to say unplayed, but I don't really see them near mint like this. Cover's in great shape. The records were absolutely flawless. I've been cranking this a lot. Classic record, but again, I'm going to look for a UK of this. I don't know how accessible those are. I'm sure I'll see one in the city or something like that, but that's my mission now, is to get a UK now that I have the US. This is an awesome album. I found this as well at Hudson Valley Vinyl. Triple Threat on Riverside. Jimmy Heath, Freddie Hubbard, Julius Watkins, Cedar Walton, and Percy and Albert Heath. So there are 3 Heaths on one. This is a great record. I think this is a reissue, a later pressing, like a couple of years later. But this was a pretty sweet copy in stereo. We got a long way to go, guys. So a little bit of kind of like audiophile-ish new issues. I did get the double 45 RPM of the Funkadelic, Free Your Mind, worth every penny. This I just had on today. If you follow me on Instagram, I just posted Visitors Motherland from Jazz Dispensary. Amazing. I hope they do more of this Muse stuff, more of the Visitors. Not my favorite Marvin Gaye album, but I've been very happy with the vinyl file, so I scooped I Want You. Classic. What else can I say? And then these three I'm going to kind of do together. I have been buying the Acoustic Sounds chess stuff. Listen, they're not great recorded records. I wish they wouldn't like label these as like audiophile. But, you know, between like what Sundays used to do and some of these budget reissues, it's nice to have like nice copies of these. I don't have originals to compare them to. I probably never will, but I did get the Sonny Williamson. Excuse me, Sonny Williamson Real Folk Blues, the Bo Diddley, and the Best of Little Walter. So fun series. All right, that's box one. If you're still with me, what's wrong with you? Pavement RSD, thanks to Concert Buddy. I couldn't get this at my local. He found it for me. I wish I had like a little commercial break here, but this box isn't too bad. Okay, so more VCLT. My friend Danny, I sent him some records over the years, and he sent something to me, which was awesome. This Clifford Brown and Max Roach, the Verve Acoustic Sounds series. This is just, I mean, this is amazing. I really enjoyed it. So thanks, Danny, if you're watching. Appreciate that. The Aretha Atlantic 75 series. I'm so glad the series is over. I'm burnt out on it, but there's been some pretty amazing titles. I did, out of curiosity, get the Exodus on vinyl file, and it sounds pretty good. I mean, I think people should be scooping this instead of the UHQR. Like the dollar for dollar value. This is way more important, way better. The most overpriced reissue of all time, Stephen Stills Manassas, that came with my subscription. I thought I got this a while ago. Maybe I just didn't listen to it. The Vinyl Collective opened up like some of the titles they had for public consumption, so I did get the whole Celebrity Skin. It's cool. I mean, I know the record. It's nice to have. I don't know if I'll keep it, but I did get it. Okay. Now we're getting into some RSD stuff soon too. Sturgill Simpson, Sailor's Guide, the Rhino Reserve, which has really been a great series. I picked that up. Got this on sale. I think I got this for like half off on the Universal site, but the Smashing Pumpkins Siamese Dream reissue. I'm really shocked how well this album's held up. I had a really good time kind of rediscovering it outside of like the quote unquote hits that I hear on the radio all the time. So cool pickup. Now for some RSD stuff. So these were like the two MVPs for me. The Frusciante to record Only Water for 10 days. Originals of this are super expensive, and I'm really glad they decided to do this. I was happy to get that. The one, the champion of Record Store Day, was the Buster Williams Pinnacle, which, I don't know, like I feel like this record should be in print, but if they didn't sell it out for RSD and there's still copies like that are affordable, I guess I'm wrong about that. But I think if people heard that record, they would consider it like essential. Ike White, Changing Times, Shot to Chance Again, recommendation on this, jumped all over it. Of course, I got my Steely Dan. So I had the CD of this, kind of like when I was in the car and stuff, when I had like my old car had a CD player. This just absolutely shreds the CD. Like, I don't know what else to say. Did like a little A-B on it, and the vinyl version is so much better. I get all the Gil Scott-Heron stuff that comes out on RSD, so pick that one up. People complained about this, like, I don't know, you just gotta kind of you know what you're getting into when you bought it, and I think you could get it really cheap now, but this Jeff Buckley Live at the Olympia, which I had on CD as a kid, yeah, I mean, I'm just, like, all the Jeff Buckley stuff that comes out, like, it's kind of finite, obviously, because he passed away tragically, so I just get it. I like to have it on the shelf. This I got for $12. I don't know why. but I did. It was the Don Cherry Blue Lake, which is a really interesting listen. This is a little bit out there for some people, but I like Don Cherry a lot, and I'm always willing to take a chance on his stuff. So I got this very inexpensively on Discogs sealed, so scooped it. And then this is some VCLT from Felipe. He sent me the Terry Collier, Earl of Old Town. It's an important recording from an important artist, but the sound quality is atrocious. So my recommendation is to get the CD, unless this drops in price substantially on vinyl, or stream it. But it's got like My Girl Sloopy on here, which is awesome. It's got 900 Miles, which is like one of his most famous songs. Deep Elm Blues cover, which the Grateful Dead also did. The Seventh Son, which is a Willie Dixon tune that Mose Allison wound up doing. So I don't know, cool archival piece, but I don't know. I feel like RSD's got to be a little bit more reserved on when they put stuff out like this, because if you bought this and didn't know, you'd probably be a little bit disappointed at the recording quality. And then also RSD, I am a big Jayhawks fan, so I thought this was a really cool kind of comp they did of these sessions in the late 90s and 2000s. It sounds actually pretty incredible for a live recording or like an in-studio thing, so I did scoop that, the Jayhawks Meter sessions. If you're still with me, you're amazing, and we're almost done. So more RSD stuff. Corinne Bailey Rae, been a huge fan of hers forever. This I had on CD or DVD back in the day. It's got a Zeppelin cover of Since I've Been Loving You, but this brings the first record to life. Like, the studio album's awesome, but when you hear this live, this was at Webster Hall in New York City. It's mind-blowing. I did get the Phoenix Alphabetical super cheap. I like Phoenix. I wasn't going to buy it at full retail. This kind of came from the same store that I got the Don Cherry from, so I went for it. Then some hip-hop. I got this original Young MC, Stone Cold Rhymin' with the hype sticker there. I'm probably not going to hold on to this. Like, it's a fun record, but I'm probably never going to listen to it after the couple of times I spun it since I've gotten it. So if anybody's interested, let me know. I'll cut you a nice deal. I was very excited about this. Nas and DJ Premier Light Years, two of my favorite hip-hop artists. I think DJ Premier is an absolute genius and very important in the history of music. So when I saw he was finally coming out with a record with Nas, because they had done some singles together in the past, I was very pumped about it. So I don't buy a lot of hip-hop on vinyl anymore, but I had to get this. On the heels of me saying that, I do have some 12 inches, which I don't buy a lot of. But I do get Tupac 12 inches when I find them. So here's the Keep Your Head Up, which I think I had another version of this. I think there's multiple versions of this 12-inch. I'm not sure. I could be misremembering. And then I got So Many Tears, which is mostly edited, but it's got some remixes on it and stuff. So whenever I see some Tupac 12 inches, I will buy them. I got this more for my wife than anything, but I enjoyed it. TLC 12-inch of Baby, Baby, Baby. I love TLC, just when I grew up. But this was a killer find. Ghetto Boys, My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. The radio and the unedited version, instrumentals on both sides. It's in pretty good shape. It's on the original Rap a Lot. I think it might be a promo as well. I mean, I don't know if it's a promo. I think Rap a Lot was white label. Maybe some of you hip-hop heads know and can tell me. But anyway, it's whatever. It's cool to have. These I got for $2 each, and they're both near mint. So, Cat Stevens, Cheap Heat, $2. And Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, which I guess people kind of give this record away. I don't know why. It sounds amazing. It's got some great songs on it. But for $2 a pop, I couldn't go wrong on those. For those of you that want to check out, it's going to be all jazz the rest of the way. Or jazz adjacent. So. Okay. Probably need better editing skills for these videos, but we're just going to roll with it. So a lot of Tone Poets, Fred Jackson, Hootin' and Tootin', Larry Young Mothership, which has Lee Morgan on it. Pretty cool. This might be one of the best Tone Poets ever. This McCoy Tyner Asante is amazing. This is a 70s issue. Andrew White's on here, Buster Williams, Ted Dunbar, Billy Hart. This is just a really, really cool, interesting record to investigate. I did get the Dexter Calling because I get the subscription, but I have this in the VMP box set, but this is another great record. Let's see. Blue Mitchell. I got the Tone Poet exclusive that you get quarterly if you want. This was pretty good. This was a great issue by them as well. Andrew Hill, Compulsion. Awesome record. And then, damn, I really haven't done one of these videos in a while because this is another quarterly Tone Poet, Walking with Lou. They're kind of hitting the Lou Donaldson heavy on these exclusives this year. I don't know if that's on purpose, but I'm hoping next year they switch it up because there is a lot of other kind of like Tone Poet-esque records that maybe won't be as popular they can do in that exclusive release. Would be a lot of fun. Okay. And then, is this all jazz? Yeah, this is all jazz. Sam Rivers Contours, which for some reason I didn't have. I don't know why. This is one of the newer ones, the Curtis Amy Tipping On Through. This is live. Got a cool version of Summertime on it. It's on Pacific. I did get the Birth of the Cool. I don't know if I have a pressing issue on this. But it sounds a little scratchy to me. This isn't my favorite Miles stuff. I don't know if I'll get my VC card revoked for that, but I don't know. I got to sit down and listen to it again, unless I think I have to return it. I'm not really positive. Thelonious Monk Volume 2, the classic series. This is a fun record. This is Lonnie Smith Think, which also features Lee Morgan, which is always a treat. This I was so excited they released. This is Medeski Martin Tonic. This is a double album on the classic series, which was way overdue. They need to be putting out all of MMW's catalog. I know some of the ones that are in print were in print are very expensive, like from Vinyl Me Please and some other places, but MMW's, they're near and dear to my heart. Schofield Quartet, which has Joe Lovano on it. This is like 1991, I think. I like Scof. Scof's one of my favorite guitar players ever. He's way beyond the jazz world in a lot of ways, so this is pretty cool to get. And this is also on the classic series. Art Taylor, Art's Delight, fun record. This is amazing. Grant Green Alive, so funky. Even if you're not a jazz head, this really isn't a jazz record. It's a jazz artist. It's not jazz. It's just funk. Highly recommend this. It sounds great. I did get this, which I passed on in the past. I actually saw an original of it like 2 days after I got it, but it was a little bit pricey. But this is Donald Byrd, Ethiopian Nights. Obviously, Donald Byrd is a pretty prolific, expansive career. So this is some of that mid-70s stuff that a lot of people love, and I do too. Bobby Humphrey, Blacks and Blues. These are some old classic stuff I just never picked up. I think this is a newer one. Stanley Turrentine, Easy Walker. Pretty cool record. Freddie Hubbard, Hubtones. I know people go nuts over this guy in this album, Volume 1 and 2. It's not really for me, even though it's a great lineup. The J.J. Johnson. It's okay. It's nothing spectacular for my taste. That doesn't mean it's not a good record. I just don't love it as much as others. This is awesome, though. This is Blue Mitchell, Chick Corea, Gene Taylor, The Thing to Do. So Blue Note had some kind of sale. I think I got points and credit from like the dollars you accumulate from my purchases for the Tone Poet stuff. So I kind of held out and bought a bunch of classic stuff and a bunch of back catalog stuff that I wanted but didn't have. And the price was right after all the benefits and perks I had. So that's the new Warped Report. It was punishing for me. I'm sure it was punishing for you. I'll try not to take so long to do these again. But I have a bunch of more records I haven't listened to yet that will be discussed on a future video. So shout out to all my friends, Adam from The Freight, Alex Beer and Vinyl, Chance, Jason, all you guys sending recommendations. Can't say enough about it. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you soon And by soon, I mean less than 3 months from now. I'm sure of it. All right, guys. Have a good night.